Hi all. So in this tutorial we will discuss about data types in Java. So we can basically divided these data types into two. So one is primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So primitive data type means basically it directly save the value uh, to memory directly. So non-primitive data types are basically object. So it save uh, reference address to memory. So if we take like non-primitive data types, there are predefined data types like array, right, and string. Uh, so integer also non-primitive data type. So not int, right? Int is a primitive data type. Int is a primitive data type. So integer means it's a predefined non-primitive data type, right? So other than that, uh, user-defined data types also you can also consider that user-defined data types, which are non-primitive data types. For example, in our previous video, we have created object of a student, right? Then student is a data type. That if we take a std1 variable, right, hope you remember that std1 is equal new student, right? We create the object like this. So then I told you that new student means creating object. So this one is a variable name, this is the data type, right? So student1 data type is a student, right? So then we can say it's a user defined variable. So then we will discuss about what are the primitive data types, right? So if you go to Java official website, you can see that uh, primitive data types are byte, short, int, long, float, double boolean, and char, right? Here it says that byte is it has a minimum value of 1 to 8 and maximum value of 1 to 7 inclusive, right? So that means basically if you take a 8 bit byte means basically 8 bit. If we take a 8 bit data frame, right, you can see that we can consider that uh, first bit is a sign bit, right? Sign bit. So what happened is if it is a plus 1, right, if it is a plus value, so then we can say that sign bit is a 0, right? Then other part you can take as 1, right? So you can see that if all are 1, right, if we add all the ones together to this point, that means the next bit value minus 1 is the sum. That means 1 to 8 minus 1, which is 1 to 7. It's a plus value, right? If you think this is a if you need to put 1 here, that means that sign bit is negative. That means we consider this one as a minus 1 to 8, right? Minus 1 to 8. Then all are zeros. That means it return minus 1 to 8, right? If you need to return minus 1 to 6, then what happened is you need to put 1 to 2, right? So anyway, if you put all the value, all 7 bits are 0 and last bit is 1, that means 1 to 8. So that's the reason why you can interpret using byte, right? Minus 1 to 7 to plus 1 to 8, right? uh, okay. So if you go to that demo example, so I just comment this section, right, and I put like byte, right, byte x is equal uh, minus 1 to 8, right? You can see it's a that value, we can write this minus 1 to 8 value, right? But if we are trying to say 1 to 9, you can see it gives the error, right? So if we consider that plus, right, plus 1 to 7, plus 1 to 7 is accepted. If you go to 1 to 8, that plus 1 to 8 is out of range, right? So now you can understand the range, right? Range is defined in official documentation, right? So most of the time you guys are using int, right? So but if you know the range, right, if you know the expected range, then you can use byte or short. Not all, you do not need to always use int for integers, right?